Hello, my friend. If you're watching this video today, there's a good chance that you or someone you love has been experiencing feelings of anxiety, worry, or unease that seem to have become more noticeable as the years have passed. Maybe you wake up at 3 in the morning with your mind racing about things you never used to worry about. Perhaps you feel a tightness in your chest when you think about your health, your family, or the changes happening around you. Or maybe you've noticed that your patience isn't what it used to be, and small things that never bothered you before now leave you feeling overwhelmed or on edge. First, let me say this. You are not alone, and what you're experiencing is more common than you might think. Anxiety doesn't discriminate by age, and in fact, many people over 60 find themselves dealing with anxious feelings for the first time in their lives, or discovering that anxiety they've managed for years has suddenly become more intense or harder to control. The good news is that there are natural, gentle ways to support your nervous system and find more peace in your daily life. And today, we're going to explore 6 incredible foods that can help calm your anxiety naturally. Before we dive into these powerful foods, I want you to know that I understand how frustrating it can be when people suggest that anxiety is just in your head, or something you should simply push through. Anxiety is real, it affects your body in measurable ways, and it deserves to be taken seriously. At the same time, I want to share with you some hope. Your body has an amazing capacity to heal and find balance, especially when you give it the right nutrients and support. Now, you might be wondering why anxiety seems to become more common or more intense after age 60. There are actually several very real reasons for this, and understanding them can help you feel less alone and more empowered to make changes that truly help. As we age, our bodies go through significant hormonal changes. For women, the years around and after menopause bring dramatic shifts in estrogen and progesterone levels, which directly affect mood, sleep, and stress response. For men, testosterone levels gradually decline, which can also impact emotional stability and stress management. Beyond hormones, our brains are processing a lot of life changes during these years. You might be dealing with retirement and the identity shifts that come with it. Perhaps you're facing health challenges that you never had to think about before, or you're watching friends and family members struggle with illness or loss. Maybe you're becoming a caregiver for aging parents while also supporting adult children or grandchildren. These are profound life transitions that would challenge anyone's emotional equilibrium. There's also the reality that our bodies don't bounce back from stress the way they used to. When you were younger, you might have been able to handle a stressful day at work, come home, have dinner, and feel completely fine by bedtime. Now, that same level of stress might linger in your system for days, affecting your sleep, your digestion, and your overall sense of well-being. This isn't a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's a natural part of how our stress response system changes over time. The physical signs of anxiety in seniors can be quite different from what we typically think of as anxiety symptoms. You might not feel the classic racing heart or sweaty palms that younger people often describe. Instead, anxiety in people over 60 often shows up as persistent fatigue that doesn't improve with rest. You might find yourself feeling restless or agitated without being able to pinpoint why. Sleep becomes elusive, not just because of physical discomfort, but because your mind won't quiet down when your head hits the pillow. Many seniors tell me they experience what I call worry loops, where the same concerns cycle through their mind over and over again. You might find yourself thinking about your health, your finances, or your family's well-being in ways that feel unproductive but hard to stop. Physical symptoms might include muscle tension, especially in your neck and shoulders, digestive issues that seem to come and go without explanation, or a general feeling of unease in your body that you can't quite describe. Some people describe feeling like they're waiting for the other shoe to drop, even when things in their life are going relatively well. Others tell me they feel disconnected from activities they used to enjoy, or that they've lost confidence in their ability to handle situations that wouldn't have fazed them in the past. These are all very real manifestations of anxiety, and they all respond beautifully to gentle, natural interventions. This is where the power of food comes in, and I want you to understand just how profound this connection really is. Your gut and your brain are in constant communication through what scientists call the gut-brain axis. The bacteria in your digestive system actually produce many of the same neurotransmitters that your brain uses to regulate mood, including serotonin, which is often called the happiness chemical. When you eat foods that support healthy gut bacteria and provide your nervous system with the nutrients it needs to function optimally, you're literally feeding your body's natural ability to maintain emotional balance. The foods we're going to discuss today work in several different ways. Some provide specific nutrients that your nervous system needs to produce calming neurotransmitters. Others help stabilize blood sugar, which has a huge impact on mood and anxiety levels. Some foods reduce inflammation in your body, which research shows is closely connected to anxiety and depression. And several of these foods contain natural compounds that have been shown to have direct calming effects on the nervous system. Before we explore these foods, I'd love to know where you're watching from today. Please take a moment to leave a comment and let me know what city or country you're in. It always amazes me how this community spans the globe, and I love connecting with viewers from all over the world who are committed to taking care of their health naturally. Let's start with our first anxiety-calming food, the humble but mighty avocado. Now, I know some of you might be thinking that avocados are just a trendy food that younger people eat, but I want to change your mind about that today. Avocados are actually one of the most perfect foods for supporting a calm, balanced nervous system, especially as we age. The magic of avocados lies in their incredible nutrient density and their healthy fat content. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, which are the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil. These fats are essential for proper brain function because your brain is actually about 60% fat and it needs high-quality fats to maintain the cell membranes that allow neurons to communicate effectively. When your brain cells can communicate smoothly, you're less likely to experience the racing thoughts and mental agitation that characterize anxiety. But avocados offer so much more than just healthy fats. They're packed with potassium, a mineral that many people over 60 don't get enough of. Potassium helps regulate your blood pressure and supports proper muscle and nerve function. When you don't have adequate potassium, you might experience muscle tension, irregular heartbeat, or that jittery feeling that can make anxiety worse. One medium avocado contains more potassium than a banana, making it an excellent choice for supporting overall nervous system function. Avocados are also rich in folate, a B vitamin that plays a crucial role in neurotransmitter production. Low folate levels have been linked to increased anxiety and depression, particularly in older adults. Folate helps your body produce serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, all of which are essential for mood regulation. When these neurotransmitters are in proper balance, you naturally feel more calm, focused, and emotionally stable. Another remarkable thing about avocados is their fiber content. One avocado provides about 10 grams of fiber, which supports healthy digestion and helps maintain stable blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes throughout the day, it triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can make you feel anxious and jittery. The fiber in avocados helps slow down the absorption of sugars from other foods you eat, creating a more steady, sustained energy level that supports emotional stability. You don't need to eat avocados in complicated ways to get these benefits. A simple slice of avocado on whole grain toast makes a perfect breakfast or snack. You can add avocado to salads, blend it into smoothies for creaminess, or simply eat it with a sprinkle of salt and a squeeze of lemon. The key is consistency rather than quantity. Adding a quarter to half an avocado to your daily routine can provide significant support for your nervous system over time. Now let's talk about our second anxiety-calming food, oats. I'm talking about real, whole oats, not the instant packets that are loaded with sugar and artificial flavors. Old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats are nutritional powerhouses that can have a profound impact on your mood and anxiety levels. Oats are what nutritionists call a complex carbohydrate, which means they're broken down slowly by your digestive system, providing steady energy rather than the quick spike and crash you get from simple sugars. This steady energy release is crucial for maintaining stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. When your blood sugar is stable, your mood is more stable too. You won't experience those mid-morning or mid-afternoon crashes that can leave you feeling irritable, anxious, or overwhelmed. But oats do something even more remarkable for anxiety relief. They contain a unique type of fiber called beta-glucan, which has been shown to reduce levels of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. Cortisol isn't inherently bad. You need it to wake up in the morning and respond to genuine emergencies. But when cortisol levels remain elevated due to chronic stress or anxiety, it can create a cycle where you feel constantly on edge, have trouble sleeping, and find it difficult to relax even when there's no immediate threat. Oats also contain avenanthramides, which are antioxidant compounds found almost exclusively in oats. These compounds have anti-inflammatory properties and may help reduce the physical tension that often accompanies anxiety. They also support healthy blood flow, which ensures that your brain receives adequate oxygen and nutrients to function optimally. One of the things I love most about oats is how they support the production of serotonin in your brain. Oats are rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts into serotonin. Serotonin is often called the happiness neurotransmitter because it promotes feelings of well-being, calmness, and contentment. Many people notice that they sleep better and feel more emotionally balanced when they include oats in their regular diet. The B vitamins in oats, particularly B1, B5, and B6, are essential for proper nervous system function. These vitamins help your body convert food into energy and support the production of neurotransmitters that regulate mood. As we age, our bodies often become less efficient at absorbing these crucial B vitamins, making it even more important to include foods like oats that provide them in easily absorbable forms. You can enjoy oats in many different ways that don't require complicated cooking. A warm bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and a drizzle of honey makes a comforting breakfast that will keep your blood sugar stable for hours. You can add oats to smoothies, mix them into yogurt, or even eat them cold as overnight oats prepared the night before. The key is choosing plain oats and adding your own natural sweeteners and flavors, rather than relying on processed oat products that contain added sugars and artificial ingredients. Our third anxiety-calming food is one that has been treasured for centuries for its gentle, soothing properties: chamomile. While you might think of chamomile primarily as a tea, you can actually incorporate this remarkable herb into your diet in several ways, and the benefits for anxiety relief are truly impressive. Chamomile contains several compounds that have direct calming effects on your nervous system. The most well-studied of these is apigenin, a flavonoid that binds to specific receptors in your brain that promote sleepiness and reduce anxiety. When apigenin binds to these receptors, it produces a gentle sedating effect that can help quiet racing thoughts and promote a sense of inner calm. This isn't the heavy, drugged feeling you might get from pharmaceutical sleep aids, but rather a natural settling of your nervous system that allows your body's own relaxation response to emerge. Research has shown that people who drink chamomile tea regularly experience significant reductions in anxiety symptoms compared to those who don't. In one study, people with generalized anxiety disorder who took chamomile supplements showed marked improvement in their anxiety levels within just 8 weeks. What's particularly encouraging about this research is that the benefits seem to be cumulative, meaning that the longer people used chamomile, the more pronounced the anxiety-relieving effects became. Chamomile also has anti-inflammatory properties that can benefit your overall health and potentially reduce the physical symptoms of anxiety. Chronic inflammation in the body has been linked to increased rates of anxiety and depression, particularly in older adults. By reducing inflammation, chamomile may help break the cycle between physical discomfort and emotional distress that many seniors experience. One of the beautiful things about chamomile is how it supports healthy sleep patterns. Many people over 60 struggle with sleep issues, whether it's difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up feeling unrefreshed. Poor sleep and anxiety create a vicious cycle where each problem makes the other worse. Chamomile can help interrupt this cycle by promoting more restful sleep, which in turn supports better emotional regulation during waking hours. The easiest way to incorporate chamomile into your routine is through tea, but you want to make sure you're getting real chamomile rather than tea blends that contain mostly other ingredients. Look for pure chamomile tea or loose chamomile flowers that you can steep yourself. For maximum benefits, drink a cup of chamomile tea about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, allowing the warm liquid and the calming compounds to signal to your body that it's time to wind down. You can also find chamomile in supplement form, though I always recommend starting with whole food sources when possible. Some people enjoy adding dried chamomile flowers to homemade baked goods or mixing chamomile tea concentrate into smoothies. The key is to use chamomile consistently rather than just occasionally, as the anxiety-relieving benefits build up over time with regular use. If this information is helping you understand new ways to support your emotional well-being naturally, I'd be so grateful if you'd take a moment to give this video a thumbs up. Your likes help more people discover this content, and I love knowing that we're building a community of people who are committed to aging gracefully and naturally. Now let's explore our fourth anxiety-calming food, salmon and other fatty fish. I know that not everyone loves fish, but I hope you'll bear with me as I explain why salmon can be such a powerful ally in managing anxiety, especially as we age. If you truly can't tolerate fish, I'll mention some alternatives that can provide similar benefits. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which are essential fats that your body cannot produce on its own. These omega-3s are crucial for brain health and have been extensively studied for their effects on mood and anxiety. Research consistently shows that people who consume adequate omega-3 fatty acids experience lower levels of anxiety and depression compared to those who don't get enough of these essential fats. Here's what makes omega-3s so powerful for anxiety relief. They help reduce inflammation throughout your body, including in your brain. Chronic inflammation can interfere with neurotransmitter production and disrupt the delicate chemical balance that keeps your mood stable. When inflammation is reduced, your brain can more effectively produce and utilize serotonin, dopamine, and other mood-regulating chemicals. Omega-3 fatty acids also support the structure and function of brain cell membranes. As we age, these membranes can become less flexible, which impairs communication between brain cells. When neurons can't communicate effectively, you might experience symptoms like brain fog, memory issues, or increased susceptibility to anxiety and mood swings. The omega-3s in salmon help maintain membrane flexibility, supporting clearer thinking and more stable emotions. Salmon is also an excellent source of high-quality protein, which provides the amino acids your body needs to produce neurotransmitters. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing the energy crashes that can trigger anxiety symptoms. When you eat salmon, you're getting sustained energy that supports both physical vitality and emotional stability. Another remarkable nutrient in salmon is vitamin D, which many people over 60 don't get enough of, especially if they spend most of their time indoors or live in areas with limited sunlight. Vitamin D deficiency has been strongly linked to increased rates of anxiety and depression. Vitamin D supports the production of serotonin and helps regulate the immune system, both of which play important roles in mood regulation. Salmon also contains selenium, a trace mineral that acts as a powerful antioxidant in your body. Selenium supports thyroid function, which is crucial for maintaining stable energy levels and mood. An underactive thyroid can cause symptoms that closely mimic anxiety, including fatigue, nervousness, and difficulty concentrating. By supporting healthy thyroid function, the selenium in salmon can help address one of the underlying causes of anxiety-like symptoms. If you're not accustomed to eating fish, start small. A 3 to 4 ounce serving of salmon 2 or 3 times per week can provide significant benefits. Choose wild-caught salmon when possible, as it tends to have higher levels of omega-3s and fewer contaminants than farm-raised fish. Salmon can be baked, grilled, or even canned. Canned salmon is actually an excellent and affordable option that's convenient to keep on hand. For those who really can't tolerate fish, you can get similar benefits from other sources of omega-3 fatty acids, though they may not be quite as concentrated. Walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, and hemp seeds all contain omega-3s, though in a different form that your body has to convert. You might also consider a high-quality fish oil supplement, though whole food sources are generally preferable when possible. Our fifth anxiety-calming food might surprise you: dark chocolate. Yes, you read that correctly. Dark chocolate, when chosen carefully and consumed in moderation, can actually be a powerful ally in managing anxiety and supporting overall emotional well-being. Now, I'm not talking about milk chocolate candy bars or sweet chocolate desserts loaded with sugar. I'm referring to high-quality dark chocolate that contains at least 70% cacao, with 85% or higher being even better. This type of chocolate is rich in compounds that can have genuine therapeutic effects on your nervous system. Dark chocolate contains several substances that can help reduce anxiety. One of the most important is anandamide, a compound that binds to the same brain receptors as certain anxiety-reducing medications. Anandamide is sometimes called the bliss molecule because of its ability to promote feelings of happiness and well-being. Dark chocolate also contains compounds that help prevent the breakdown of anandamide, allowing its calming effects to last longer. Another key compound in dark chocolate is phenylethylamine, which stimulates the release of endorphins and dopamine in your brain. These are your body's natural feel-good chemicals, and they can help counteract the negative thought patterns and low mood that often accompany anxiety. The effect is gentle and natural, unlike the artificial high you might get from processed sugars or caffeine. Dark chocolate is also rich in magnesium, a mineral that many people over 60 don't get enough of. Magnesium is often called nature's relaxation mineral because it helps regulate your nervous system and supports muscle relaxation. Low magnesium levels can contribute to anxiety, insomnia, muscle tension, and irritability. Just 1 ounce of dark chocolate can provide about 15% of your daily magnesium needs. The flavonoids in dark chocolate have been shown to improve blood flow to the brain, which can enhance cognitive function and support better mood regulation. These same flavonoids have anti-inflammatory properties that may help reduce the physical symptoms of stress and anxiety. Some research suggests that regular consumption of small amounts of dark chocolate can actually lower cortisol levels and reduce the physical impact of stress on your body. Dark chocolate also contains small amounts of caffeine and theobromine, which can provide a gentle energy boost without the jitters that some people experience from coffee. This mild stimulation can help combat the fatigue that often accompanies anxiety while promoting alertness and focus. The key with dark chocolate is moderation and quality. 1 ounce or 2 per day is plenty to provide benefits without adding too much sugar or calories to your diet. Look for chocolate that lists cacao or cocoa as the first ingredient, and avoid products that contain a lot of added sugars, artificial flavors, or unnecessary additives. Some people find that having a small piece of dark chocolate after dinner helps them relax and sleep better, while others prefer it as an afternoon treat. Remember, the goal isn't to rely on chocolate as your primary source of anxiety relief, but rather to incorporate it as part of a balanced approach that includes other nutritious foods and healthy lifestyle practices. Our sixth and final anxiety-calming food group is one that's both delicious and incredibly powerful: berries. Whether you prefer blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, or any other type of berry, you're choosing foods that can have profound effects on your mood, cognitive function, and overall sense of well-being. Berries are absolutely packed with antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, which give berries their beautiful deep colors. These antioxidants don't just protect your cells from damage, they also cross the blood-brain barrier and provide direct protection to your brain cells. This is particularly important as we age because oxidative stress in the brain has been linked to increased anxiety, depression, and cognitive decline. The anthocyanins in berries have been shown to reduce inflammation in the brain and support the growth of new brain cells, a process called neurogenesis. When your brain can generate new cells and maintain healthy connections between existing cells, you're better able to adapt to stress, regulate emotions, and maintain cognitive clarity. This neuroplasticity is one of your brain's most remarkable features, and berries provide the nutrients needed to support it. Berries are also rich in vitamin C, which plays a crucial role in managing stress and anxiety. Vitamin C helps regulate cortisol levels and supports the function of your adrenal glands, which are responsible for your stress response. When you're under chronic stress, your body uses up vitamin C at a much faster rate, so maintaining adequate levels becomes even more important. Just 1 cup of strawberries provides more than an entire day's worth of vitamin C. The natural sugars in berries are balanced by their fiber content, which means they provide steady energy without causing blood sugar spikes and crashes. This stable energy release supports consistent mood and helps prevent the irritability and anxiety that can come with blood sugar fluctuations. The fiber in berries also supports healthy digestion and feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which we now know play a crucial role in mood regulation through the gut-brain connection. Berries contain several other compounds that support nervous system health. They're rich in folate, which supports neurotransmitter production, and they provide small amounts of magnesium and potassium, both of which are important for proper nerve function. Some berries, particularly blueberries, contain compounds that have been shown to improve memory and cognitive function, which can help you feel more confident and less anxious about mental sharpness. One of the wonderful things about berries is how versatile and convenient they are. Fresh berries are delicious on their own or added to yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. Frozen berries are just as nutritious as fresh ones and are available year-round, making them an affordable way to get these benefits consistently. You can add frozen berries to smoothies, warm them slightly for a simple dessert, or mix them into baked goods. The goal is to include berries in your diet regularly rather than just occasionally. A half cup to 1 cup of berries most days of the week can provide significant benefits for both your physical and emotional health. You might have berries with breakfast, as an afternoon snack, or as a naturally sweet ending to dinner. Now that we've explored these 6 powerful anxiety-calming foods, I want to emphasize something important. The key to seeing real benefits is consistency rather than perfection. You don't need to completely overhaul your diet overnight or eat all of these foods every single day. Instead, focus on gradually incorporating them into your regular routine in ways that feel sustainable and enjoyable. Start by choosing 1 or 2 foods that appeal to you most and find simple ways to include them in meals you already enjoy. Maybe you add avocado to your morning toast or afternoon salad. Perhaps you replace your evening snack with a small piece of dark chocolate and a handful of berries. You might start drinking chamomile tea before bed or having oatmeal for breakfast a few times a week. Small, consistent changes can have profound cumulative effects over time. It's also important to remember that these foods work best as part of an overall approach to managing anxiety that includes other healthy lifestyle practices. Regular physical activity, even gentle movement like walking or stretching, can significantly enhance the anxiety-relieving effects of these foods. Adequate sleep, stress management techniques like deep breathing or meditation, and maintaining social connections all work together with proper nutrition to support emotional well-being. Don't be discouraged if you don't notice dramatic changes immediately. Unlike pharmaceutical interventions that can have rapid effects, nutritional approaches to anxiety relief work gradually as your body builds up stores of essential nutrients and your nervous system begins to function more optimally. Many people report that they start to feel more balanced and calm within a few weeks of making consistent dietary changes, with continued improvement over several months. If you're currently taking medication for anxiety or other mental health conditions, please don't stop taking them without consulting your healthcare provider. These foods can be wonderful complements to conventional treatment, but they're not necessarily replacements for medications that you may need. Always work with your doctor to make any changes to your treatment plan. I also want to acknowledge that anxiety can sometimes be a sign of underlying health issues that need medical attention. If you're experiencing severe anxiety that interferes with your daily life, if you're having thoughts of self-harm, or if your anxiety symptoms are accompanied by other concerning physical symptoms, please reach out to a healthcare professional for proper evaluation and support. That said, for many people over 60, incorporating these anxiety-calming foods into their diet can be a gentle, natural way to support emotional balance and overall well-being. Food is medicine, and the choices you make at every meal are opportunities to nourish not just your body, but your mind and spirit as well. Before we wrap up, I want to invite you to become part of our community by subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. We regularly share evidence-based information about natural approaches to healthy aging, and I'd love to have you join our growing family of viewers who are committed to taking charge of their health in gentle, sustainable ways. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when new videos are available. As we conclude our time together today, I want to leave you with this thought. Anxiety doesn't have to be an inevitable part of aging. While it's true that life brings challenges and changes that can trigger anxious feelings, you have more power than you might realize to support your emotional well-being through the choices you make every day. The foods we've discussed today, avocados, oats, chamomile, salmon, dark chocolate, and berries, are more than just nutrients for your body. They're tools for creating a life that feels more peaceful, balanced, and joyful. They represent a gentle, loving way to care for yourself that honors both your physical needs and your desire for emotional well-being. Remember that taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's essential. When you feel more calm and balanced, you have more energy and patience to give to the people you love. When you're nourishing your body with foods that support emotional stability, you're better equipped to handle whatever challenges life brings your way. I hope this information empowers you to make choices that support not just your physical health, but your peace of mind as well. You deserve to feel calm, confident, and comfortable in your own skin, regardless of your age. These foods can be powerful allies in that journey. If this video has been helpful to you, I'd be incredibly grateful if you'd consider supporting the channel by clicking the thanks button below. Your support helps me continue creating content that serves our community of viewers who are committed to natural, healthy aging. Every contribution, no matter how small, makes a real difference and helps ensure that we can keep sharing this important information with people who need it. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and thank you for taking such good care of yourself. Here's to your health, your happiness, and your continued journey toward greater peace and well-being. Take care, my friend, and I'll see you in the next video.